Well, first of all, I should confess, I'm a rocker. So I'm quite kind of used this kind of environment, and I've been suffering a bit for not to play today. I'm a bass guitar player, so it's actually what's missing there. Right. Very good. No, turning serious. And yeah, as you heard, we're gonna present this research. By the way, the job we're gonna do is rather impossible. How to squeeze 5 years research with nearly 100 people involved in 15 minutes. Very difficult, right? I need your full support, your full attention, and I will not speak personally. I'm talking on behalf of the laboratory, the think tank, as it is called, Crossing Lab, that we made at the University of Florence, and we brought around Europe at the moment, and to share the things we're doing, the things we're working on. And the title of the research is GreenUP, a Smart City. And as always, the research is something you try to catch, but then probably it's going somewhere else. And then you run after the research, and the research gone somewhere else. And then you turn, and at the end, you make something completely different from what you did, what you had in mind at the beginning. And I think this is successful. Mostly, this is the change, right? As a form of the change. And we start with this idea of the green within a smart city. Since we were a bit worried about the smart city as something very cold, something very high-tech. And then we miss, in a way, the people. What's the community? What's going on? And then we start thinking, we started making, actually, projects and works after the green. We call them the green materials. It's a brutal reduction. We, as architects, we're kind of brutal in any case. We always work with materials which do not react. Whenever you cut a piece of stone 1 meter, it lasts. I mean, centuries, 1 meter, and nothing more, and nothing else. And this is a part of the matter. And there's a part, since we start getting concerned about this word we do contribute to create, which is artificial. Which is done of materials glued together, sometimes smartly, sometimes appropriately, to create nice forms. Sometimes nice, right? And not always, but well. But then what's about the rest of the word? What about nature? The nature and the naturals as counterpart of the artificials. And then we start building a community, what we call a scientific community, right? We get some reputed colleagues involved, botanists, agricultural experts, environmental engineers, by the way, scholars, researchers, students, 100 mostly, and then we made the job. And once I had a dinner with a close friend. I'm glad to say is a film director. Is actually the one who directed the very unofficial documentary on Silvio Berlusconi. Yes. And we've been talking about this project, and at a certain point, Filippo is his name, he told me, Giacomo, I think all of you, I mean, with the crew, you need a video. I say, right, you're perfectly right. Why don't you make a video? And he said, okay, I will. And then we get some other people involved, and a composer and a musician based in Berkeley, California, who at the beginning wanted to compose the music. At the end, I mean, gave the voice to the video. And then another designer who made the animation for the work. Shall we start with the video?
GreenUP, a smart city, focuses on viral green multipurpose settlement as a visionary but effective tool for metropolis challenge governing. Green can be considered a constant need for each community. Since free ground is not available any longer in the majority of urban cases, vertical gardens may be designed to become the new green, pedestrian, and safe circulation system. For linking formerly derelict fragments and new recovered buildings, GreenUP virally sprawls within the urban fabric, a kind of network or the new smart city green backbone. Existing buildings which may host complementary common services become the hardware. Temporary units based on recycled shipping container boxes can be added, becoming the software. A significant carbon footprint reduction will be achieved thanks to 3 factors: no demolition, life cycle extension for both pre-existing traditional buildings and container boxes, and no high entropy reinforced concrete use. GreenUP vertical megastructure hosts outdoor heating district pipes, plus water, sewage, cables, etc., in order to avoid problems related to digging and permanent ground consuming. Moreover, active and passive energy options can be optimized. Wind captors and silicon nanostructured photovoltaic plus Gratzel cells will produce energy, and a green insulation layer will wrap around the buildings, providing substantial energy savings. GreenUP has been designed to play a CO2 balancing role within the metropolis, giving proper consideration to climate change issues. GreenUP may be the place for community-run urban farming to grow vegetables, fruits, and different color flowers, changing all year long.
Well, now this is Uncle Leonardo da Vinci, as you see, and what I want to stress about him was, by the way, a genius. He designed and he painted and he'd been reflecting about mostly everything. And once, after he designed, even, by the way, building such urban connectors, physical urban connectors, like bridges, for instance, he came out with this drawing, and it's trees. He was studying how the trees grow. And then we decided this would have been our logo. And it is a very difficult concept. Natural elements, unlike the artificial, cannot be designed properly. Whenever I draw down a tree, for instance, I keep a still of it, but I don't describe it completely. It is, and this belongs to our way as a team, as a community, to work on this project. This is actually one of the media bundle. It's the printed book. By the way, we got an e-book, and then we made that video and a website, actually this one, which is an entire preview of the project. It's under crossinglab.com. And now the concept, why we decided to focus on this natural/artificial matter. This is a famous engraving by an architect who didn't practically practice as an architect. His name is Giambattista Piranesi. He's a visionary architect. He's a kind of, at the time, Google image provider for the travelers, right? Whenever we think about Goethe, for instance, or Stendhal, all of those nice people who came to visit Italy and to take a look on the ruins of the ancient Roman Empire, they used extensively, all of them, the images engraving provides by this guy. And what we did is a kind of game. We decided to use those ruins and as the artificial element. I mean, this was an aqueduct, and an aqueduct is an urban connector as well, as a bridge. And we figured it out as the artificial item we wanted to deal with. And then we start make him aggressed by the green. We overfeed the green in a way. And then the green starts crunching the monument. You see, at the end, we made the backbone disappearing. Just the green is what rests. The natural, the full natural element. This has inspired us to work, well, this is another example, the kind of work I was talking about. This Detroit, as you know, something happened there, and the green is actually crunching buildings. Oh, right. Sometimes the green even crunches people, the humans, and let's take it seriously. We were very much inspired by Majora Carter. I think you get her fantastic TED speech. She made this project, it's called Green in the Bronx, and she then endorsed our job, very kindly writing this statement. The visionary work in GreenUP, a smart city, shows what can happen when one views the challenges of urban areas as opportunities. This is what we try to do. And this is another inspiring work. It's by a French himself, wanted to be called a gardener. Jacques Clément is his name. And the third landscape is the book. And he made this remarkable work on a kind of a survey of urban fragments just to keep them and to reuse them, right? Just relics around. And our idea was simply to built the urban connector for those relics to get them entering back the town. And this is the image was belonging to the video, by the way. It's Paris and the outskirts, by the way. And then we imagine all of those kind of hyper fences, right? And which were connecting, we can connect elements pre-existing, parts, green parts or relics of the town to enter new energy. And by the way, together with our consultants, at the end we decided to stress the point towards two releases. One is more focusing on Western issues, could be considered high-tech, right? And it costs a bit more. And the other one is focusing on the very affordable situation. Let's say the slums, where 1/3 of the global population lives today. And then whenever we've been able to imagine this kind of infrastructure, which can provide fruits and vegetables and groceries to grow, we don't need any longer to destroy all of the slums, as it currently happened. When they made this urban program reforms, they simply erase all. And what about the identity, and what about the people there? That's why we try to make this job, to turn those situations, you see. And then we elaborate the simple grammar, what the network is the infrastructure, and the hardware is the pre-existing building to be wrapped around by this garden, and the software can be added in form of temporary building to increased settlement in certain points. Then you got in Germany a relevant example is the Schrebergarten, which dates back 200 years. And this is how the social enters this matter. And this is one of the drawings done by the students, actually, with this vertical garden and with this kid offering very gladly the fruit of this hall. This is a section, one of the few technical things. We still got a sofa and cats enough to be human. And on this side, you got the vertical green facade to trap PM10 particulates, heavy dust in urban polluted areas. This is one of the functions we can give to this vertical green beside the food providing. Right, this could be a look on the situation. Whenever we got historical buildings, we would have green and nothing else than that. And in front of. This is how do we process, we are processing the matter, and community design is the code name. And other inspiring jobs. Guerrilla gardening, you know that. It's occupying places with flower to make, even mailboxes blossoming. And this is something belonging to Documenta Castle art exhibition a couple of years ago now. And it's a tool designed in collaboration between an artist and an ONG to multiply the surface of a pillar, which was a sack garden, so-called, which was at the beginning upstairs only, and then it becomes all round. That means the same quantity of soil may feed some more people. And this is Bill Pullman. You know him. He's a famous Hollywood actor. And he played on this movie called The Fruit Hunters. It's a movie we very much like, since one of our collaborators, she is involved into the movie and she's portrayed as well. And that's the last one, God Save the Green. God Save the Green is not just a slogan, it's a movie which documents actions all over the world about community gardening and related issues. That means sharing fruits, food, and the related activities. And I think this is all. This back to the Leonardo's logo he kindly provided us. And well, thank you very much for your attention.